Hey, I'm Mark,
And I'm Craig.
and this is Songwriter's Tales. And we are actually doing another artist spotlight. And Craig, Timothy Baker. Let's talk about Timothy Baker. I've got a weird connection to Timothy Baker, and we'll talk about that later. But
Yeah, it's cool one. It's cool one. So again, on Facebook, I mean the wonderful Facebook pasture. I saw him and I turned up the volume and I just sat. I'm a professional guitar player, as you know, Mark, and and you're a
right.
professional guitar player, and I just sat there and went, "Oh my." Listen to that fellow. So we're going to find out all about his journey, and he's in Nashville now. He came from Kentucky, so we're gonna talk about that. Anyway, what do you say, Mark?
Let's do it. In the pre-show, you were telling us about a trio that you formed in was it 2023?
2023. Yep, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, talk about your trio and who's in the trio with you, and tell us about that a little bit.
So in 2023, I got together with a couple buddies, Andy Austin and Dan Alley, and we formed a group called Old Hickory. Now, at the time, like I said, I had moved to Nashville in 2018, and I moved here as a solo artist. And I really had there was no band or trio on my radar at all. But I was lucky and blessed to get into to find this great group of guys, and we all sort of had a like mind when it came to the kind of country music that we enjoyed listening to and making and singing. And so just by playing gigs together and stuff, we all became friends. And Dan and Andy had been trying to form a trio for a little bit in Nashville, just trying to do something more than just some weekly gigs in town. And and we played a private gig one time, and it just felt right. There was a lot of chemistry there between the blend of our voices and stuff. And so we decided if it was anybody else, I probably would have had some reservations, but it just felt right. So we decided just to get a band name and then just try to get the ball rolling. And we ended up making an entire acoustic record in 2023. And then we were able to put out 3 more singles. And then we just ended up having to go our separate ways at the beginning of last year. But in that 2-year span, it was just really cool. Like I said, I hadn't expected to be in a trio, but we made some amazing music that I'm still super proud of, and we got to open up for some artists and stuff, and just sort of get to sort of that next level that I hadn't been to yet while being in Nashville, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, we wrote some great songs together, and it was a fun ride. It was a really fun ride.
That is awesome.
Is the music still available? I mean,
It
is
is.
it on Spotify or where?
Yeah, all the stuff that we put out is on anywhere you find music these days. If you just type in Old Hickory, you'll find that album. It's called Tuesday Nights at Scoreboard, because we used to play every Tuesday night at a bar called Scoreboard in Nashville.
Cool.
And then there's 3 other singles that we released too. So all that stuff's out. If you're a fan of like harmony, 3-part harmony driven music reminiscent of like Rascal Flatts, Diamond Rio, Shenandoah, and even like some Eagles type stuff too, then you might like what we did.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great,
Yeah.
man. That is
Yeah.
great. Mark, did you have another musical
No.
question? Because
No.
I was gonna go like I was about to take a right turn down a dirt road right now. Okay,
No,
And
that's cool.
I just want to give Timothy a chance and an opportunity here to tell us about the new addition to his family, because there's a reason for this, because I've been in the music business my entire life, and that's a long time, and there's all kind of people in the music business. Music business isn't any different than the world if you work in a corporate world or wherever you work. Musicians are all individuals, but there seems to be a tendency in music and entertainers there just seems to be a lot more wild seeds planted out there, but rarely do you come in contact with musicians who are family men, who are honorable, have integrity, and absolutely adore their family, and dare I say, would even give up playing guitar for their family if it ever came down to it. I believe you probably fall into that category. So tell us about the new addition in your family.
Absolutely, yeah, I would be happy to. That seems to be what most of my conversations these days revolve around, and I'm happy about it. My wife Lindsay and I have a 15-month-old little boy named Bo. He was born in November of 2024, and he's just he's an answered prayer. He's a blessing, and he is full of energy. He's exactly what you would expect of a almost 1.5-year-old little boy. He started walking when he was about 10, 11 months, and he is now running and jumping and climbing and all this stuff, falling off of stuff, you name it. After speaking to my mom about this, he definitely gets that from me. So there's no doubt that he's mine. But yeah, it's just, we were talking about this earlier. It's so hard, once you have kids, it's just impossible to think of what your life was like before that. It's just, they change everything for the better. And I had so many different people that were already parents, either of young kids or their kids were teenagers or whatever, that just said, being a parent is the hardest thing and the most rewarding thing you'll ever do. And he's only a year and 3 months old, and I already believe it, And so it's just been, it's been the best thing. It's like, you just realize how self-centered you are, I think, when you have a kid. And then just about like you start taking the world in differently and just realizing the stuff that really doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Amen.
And yeah, he's the best. He's the best. He is so sweet. If anybody ever wants to see pictures of him or just see how cute he is, if you go on my social media pages, then you'll find some pictures and videos of him. Yeah.
I've seen them. I love it. I saw you, and I saw you were around. Lots of pictures of your family, like your dad and your mom and everything, and that's why I brought that up because, like I said, the music business it's just, we play our parts,
right,
but it's not real. That's not real life out there, But some people they live it and they become that weird thing.
Caricature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. My other question, and this is kind of regarding this same subject. Have you written a song yet? Have you been inspired to write a song yet about Bo, or is that still to come?
Absolutely. So, a few months before he was born, the first song that I wrote for him was about the fact that I already loved him. I felt like I loved him, and I didn't even know, like I hadn't seen him. He wasn't here yet, and the song was called "Not Even Here Yet." I wrote it with a buddy of mine named Adam Wheeler here in Nashville, and that so from that point on, the water spigot was open, and that seemed to be what a lot of my ideas were either of him or just a few months before he was born, actually. One of my favorite songs I've been a part of. I got together with a co-writer named Becca Ray, and in my opinion, Becca Ray is she's my favorite, and I think she's the best unsigned songwriter in Nashville currently. That's my opinion. But I got together with her, and we wrote a song called "Shoot for the Moon, Kid." That it was my way of just telling him when he gets old enough to decide what he wants to do in life, or if he wants to chase a dream or whatever it is, that he and my wife will support him 100% and be behind him always, just like my parents have been for me. I've been super blessed with great parents, and they've supported me through every bit of this journey when I said that I wanted to move to Nashville and write songs and sing country music. And so if Bo, whatever he wants to do, I want him to know that we'll be behind him. And so me and Becca Ray wrote this song, and then I was able to record it and release it a few days after his first birthday in November. So there's been some other songs since then, and there will be more to come, I'm sure, as he grows and changes
Awesome.
and stuff. And so, yeah, it's been cool to watch him affect my writing too.
I had a hunch about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, there's your
Yeah.
cue for editing right there. We're gonna take a little break here. I wanna just say something here. So we're getting close to the end. Unless you've just got anything else, you can add whatever you want. Timmy,
well,
this has been great.
We want to talk about, the new single coming out, and we want to talk about, what else he's got planning for 2026. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're almost done.
And
So-
to plan, how do you want to do the? We'll just say Timothy's going to sing a song. Timothy's going to perform a song for us, and do you want to introduce? If you already know what you are going to do, if you want to introduce it now, and then we'll edit with the clip with you holding your guitar that you send. Do you want to introduce it now, or do you want to introduce it when
Yeah.
you have your guitar?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It doesn't matter.
one?
What do you guys think maybe makes the most sense,
That's
or
Well,
you have
I
a
mean,
preference?
no, but I mean, I almost want to hear "Shoot for the Moon, Kid" since you talked about it. Is that, or are you going to do the new single for us?
It's
What do
totally
you-
up.
yeah.
So, I it it's I could go either way. Because
You go which way you want to go. I just said you talked about it so much. It was like it was the perfect setup to hear it.
We could do both. We could do both.
We could do
why,
both.
Why don't you do your upcoming single, and then
Okay.
Mark and I will mention as a bonus. We're going to put a link to "Shoot the Moon, Kid" about Little Bo, or
Okay.
something like that.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Is that okay with you, Mark?
that's fine.
Okay. That way we can do it. Do both of them. So
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to talk about what you're doing in 2026, what your plans are, and what was the other thing you said, Mark? I just
The new single coming out Friday.
Okay, and that's what. Well, let's talk about the single. Secondly, so that we can we'll use that as a lead into the performance.
Is
of
that the one
song.
you're going to sing? Is that the one you want to sing?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
What song were you
Yeah,
were you
I
thinking about
think
singing
so.
the single? Okay,
I was gonna
let's do that.
I was
then.
gonna sing the single.
Let's
Yeah,
do that.
Because
So, Craig,
I guess I had said that the "Shoot for the Moon, Kid" had been released, so at least they can go find it if they
You did?
if they want to.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah,
Well, we'll put a link to that
yeah,
in the
we'll
notes.
put it up. It'll be very clear. And then we're going to do something weird. We got to do something to make it make sense. We're going to have to say, as if he's already performed and we're sitting here and now we're back. I guess we can just wrap it up.
Well,
and
not
will it make sense?
necessarily. We can have him sing last. We can have him. He can say.
Oh, that's a
you
great
can-
idea. Good
you
point.
can ask. What are your plans for 2026? And then we can say, okay, tell us about the new single coming out on Friday, and he can talk about it, and then we can go right into the song.
And you can take us home with it. How
Right.
about that? You can take
Right.
us home, and then
Sweet.
Mark and I won't come
Sweet.
back on anymore.
Exactly.
That's great. You might have come from a TV family, Mark. I don't know. You just seem to have a little bit of a flair.
Every
for
now
that.
and then it
Dude.
comes in. That's what happens from hanging out on the set of Dukes of Hazzard when I was a kid and just watching them piece
Right.
it all together.
Right.
So
You pick
yeah,
it
let's
up.
do that. So yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Um,
So we're
Give
still
me,
rolling.
give me 1 second before you go back. I'm gonna check on. There's a noise coming from the living room. Let's see what it is.
No, go ahead, man.
ahead.
Absolutely. Man, he's awesome.
Man, all these people that just grew up with around music and singing and performing in churches and
Isn't that something? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very organic and natural. Yeah.
everything okay?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so Craig, let's lead us back in with your question about what's plans for 2026.
Yeah. So let's ask you this, Timothy. What are your plans for 2026? Give us some highlights.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to be putting some more music out. We'll talk about the single that's coming out soon, and then I have a project that I have been sort of sitting on for a little bit technically, but I just didn't know how to sort of piece it all together. It's a EP of some previously unreleased material, some demos that I had made in my college days when I was learning to like Pro Tools and stuff like that. And I had ended
Cool.
up I was a music technology major in college, and that was sort of a lot of these songs that I had written, and then I was trying to make demos of myself. Became like these class projects that I was working on, so it's kind of like double credit almost. And so I have some of these songs that I've put on YouTube, but I've just like had the idea of like just making this concept thing and like having them out where anybody can look them up and find them. And so that'll be coming in the spring. There's a song that I wrote for my mom that's called "Thanks for Everything" that will be coming out around like Mother's Day. So I'm gonna try to line that up. It'll be on the EP too.
Nice.
And then just sort of a lot of live shows and stuff. So I gig in Nashville and I play other places on the weekends. And so I've got some shows in some different cities, towns, into the summer months and stuff that I'm really looking forward to playing those shows and being out, and just writing a bunch. The last year and a half has really just been like a refocusing for me as far as doing my solo stuff and putting music out again. And so this year is just sort of a continuation of the last 6 months of getting back into that groove, and then just sort of getting my sea legs again as a solo artist. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome.
That's terrific. So, what is the name of this? You're gonna play a song for us, and what is the name of? I want to let everybody know first of all. Shoot for the Moon Kid we'll have a what's the word, Mark?
Well, we'll have a link to it in the show notes so that you can go and listen to it on your favorite music platform.
Because you're gonna definitely want to hear that about the little Bo boy.
Absolutely.
So you'll have all the links. Of course, we'll have all the contact information that you'll be able to get on.
So while we're talking about contact, tell us the best places for people to find you, so we can.
Absolutely.
Where do you? I mean, we found you on. So I found you on Instagram, and he found you on Facebook. Mm-hmm. So I know you're on those two. But what's the best way to find you?
So I'm on pretty much all the major social media platforms that there are these days. I'm especially active on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. So if you're on any of those, just look up Timothy Baker Music. And if you want to connect somehow or whatever, you can just send me a message on any of those platforms, and I always see those and stuff. And so I tend to post fairly regularly on all those. So that's how you can get in touch with me and keep up with what I'm doing.
Fantastic. So tell us about the single that's coming out on Friday.
Absolutely.
That would be February 20th.
That's right. This song is called "Speak of an Angel." This song is actually a few years old. I wrote this with a guy named Jason Matthews, a great songwriter. And Jason and I connected at a show here in Nashville called Backstage Nashville, which is like a daytime hit songwriter show. And they'll bring up these discovery artists. So that's where I come in. And so I met Jason there a few years ago, and then we ended up just getting a date to write a song together. And this song is based on the age-old pickup line, "Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?" That's basically the basis behind this song. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun, and I have put out a couple different songs in the past that have that 90s country feel to them, and this song just sort of fits right in there with those. I've just been really excited to put it out. I love how the recording turned out, and so it'll be out February 20th. So I'm excited.
Awesome, and that's the song you're going to play for us, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, Timothy, it has been so much fun to talk to you and to get to know you. And I'm going to let Craig tell you what he tells everybody or what he asks everybody. Go ahead, take it away, Craig, before we sign off.
Okay, well, I'm going to let you know, Mark and I are going to be out in Nashville in April. We got a publisher that in L.A. that we work with, and he's coming out there for a week. So we're going to be out there. So if you're in town, we'll try to catch up with you, man. Maybe we can grab a
Absolutely.
cup or something.
I hope so.
But what I ask everybody, I actually make them promise, or else we won't
That's
let you
true.
off. You're going to be on this podcast forever, but we'll let you off if you promise that you'll come
Okay.
back on.
Absolutely.
All right,
I would
we
love
got
to.
it. He said, "Okay,
You
boy."
got it.
All
I
right,
promise.
Cool.
I promise.
It's been such a pleasure, man. Such a pleasure.
You are such a
Likewise.
talented young man. I cannot wait to see where you reach to.
Thank
So
you guys very much.
You're going to take us home with this song.
So
You're
take
gonna
us
take
home.
Absolutely.
Yep. All right.
You got it. You got it.
Timothy Baker.
Speak of an angel. I'm just guessing, but I'm betting that it had to hurt. When you fell from heaven and you landed down here on earth. It was just another Friday night out with some friends, but everything changed when you walked in. Speak of an angel. I was just dreaming about you, now here you are. I'm so amazed, girl, how you light up the room with your heavenly spark. You were there every day and every prayer I prayed. Now you're flying away with my heart. Speak of an angel. Oh, speak of an angel. I got you grinning, now we're spinning all over the floor. You got my heart beating, falling deeper than ever before. I could see me waking up next to you every day. When I do, I'm gonna say, speak of an angel. I was just dreaming about you, now here you are. I'm so amazed, girl, how you light up the room with your heavenly spark. You were there every day and every prayer I prayed. Now you're flying away with my heart. Speak of an angel. Oh, speak of an angel. It was just another Friday night out with some friends, but everything changed when you walked in. Speak of an angel. I was just dreaming about you, now here you are. I'm so amazed, girl, how you light up the room with your heavenly spark. You were there every day and every prayer I prayed. Now you're flying away with my heart. Speak of an angel. Oh, speak of an angel. Speak of an angel. Oh, speak of an angel.